up now. Isn't okay. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stage. Hail to the Commanders. Hail
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the second game here on this wild card Saturday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
70 Lions.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air goes Daniels. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielding just inside the 20. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Okay,
from the
ready?
22 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hello, Mustang 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. He'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Dragon 60, 7 Pirates, 7. Got it.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is into the hands of Krosky Merritt. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. On 4th down, here's Daniels. He'll try to do it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action.
Cade York to kick off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Walker, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got him.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
60.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Down the sideline he goes. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the go.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Past the 60. Past the 60.
Back to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
Now Daniels. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They've got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Daniels. And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Ayuk,
26 yards.
And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Shifts by him.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got him in, complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 74 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's another Seahawks.
They'll look to throw here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
77-1.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force him up.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Burton from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Hey, check that. Street.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll take it at the 42. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Out gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt.
An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
They'll run once more with JCM.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's down to the 12.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Okay, ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Julian Love.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Amos.
I know they didn't take down the 2 points, but I liked their intent. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Tackled that time by Derek Hall.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Daniels looking to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They'll run for it with Krosky Merritt.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Back to Krosky-Merritt on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. York able to send this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Horton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Seahawks.
He's back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
14-yard line.